Hey, assistant coach, how are you guys doing? It is me, Johnny Sports, and today we will have the first of many career mode training tutorials to come for a specific position. To start off, I thought the center midfield position would be the perfect choice. We are starting off with Alexis Blin, 65 rated, Kovalenko 70 rated, and Bazur 75 rated. So we have three center midfielders who I will do this training method with, and I will show you guys how they will improve, and hopefully the range of these ratings will help you to kind of think about how much your player could improve within 1 month or even 1 season. So let's get this one started. The center midfield position is the one I picked for the start of this series because it is basically the position where you have to be able to go in front, support your team in the attack, and also support your team in defending. So that gives you many options of what you can train on a center midfielder. Do you want him to be an attacking midfielder? Do you want him to be a defensive midfielder? Or do you want him to be an all-rounder? And basically what I will show you guys is to train your players in the best possible way to make them all-rounders, and in my opinion that is just the best thing to do. And I will give each player 1 month, so each player gets 1 month of training. Let us start off with the first thing. You can see it is dribbling. Beat your man. That is the most important dribbling drill in my opinion. Stamina, ball control, dribbling, and agility. So everything is packed in there, and especially stamina. If you guys have a player who has low stamina, go ahead and do this with them. Obviously, putting it on hard, that is the best choice to do, because if you simulate that will get you further than when you simulate an easy training. But we are starting it off with a 65 rated center midfielder. And at the start, you can see just running past the defender is not easy, because a 65 rated midfielder is just not fast enough. So you have to get past them with the ball roll, just like I did right there in the third attempt. And once again, you can see the ball roll is working. Just running past them won't work because I'm playing for Bayern Munich, so I have a tough defender in front of me. But if you have like a, let's say, a League 2 team, obviously it will be much easier to just run past them. But if you're playing with a big club like I do right here with Bayern Munich, it will be quite tough to get past the defender, so you have to use the ball roll. But if you have a player like Bazur right here, who does have the statistics to get past defenders in a very easy way with some dribbling and also with some nice skills, the roulette, that one really helps you out. Go ahead and try it, and it also gives you a plus 500 when you get past the player with the roulette, for example. And also you can just go ahead and do the ball roll, which gets you 250 points, the same when you just run past them. So the dribbling is covered, beat your man. And then in defending, you will have to do the El Rondo, where you just have to chase after the ball, or you will have to go ahead and do the 1-on-2 defending, or you could actually go ahead and do the 1-on-1 defending, because that is something you can actually train yourself. It is easier, as you can see right here. I'm doing it against Ribéry with Alexis Blin, who is a 65 rated player, so it's quite tough to go ahead and try and beat Ribéry in defending. So my suggestion generally is, if you have like a player who is 65 rated and you are playing with a club like Bayern Munich or even a BPL club, I would suggest going ahead and picking the 1-on-2 defending and simulating it. Because if you simulate it just like I did right here, sometimes you might get like an F or a D or a C. But generally, whenever you put it on hard and you simulate it and you get like a B, it's much better than when you would do a medium training like the 1-on-1 defending and then get like an A. So I would just suggest try to simulate it for defending, because it is one of the most toughest drills out there in my opinion. 1-on-2 defending is freaking hard to do. So if you guys can't deal with it, just go ahead and simulate it, because you can see right here with Bazur it worked out. I got an A. For Blin and Kovalenko I got a B. Just everything in a row. You could see it right there. It does happen, and it will improve your player's quality a lot. So now to passing. El Rondo or pass mastery. Pass mastery has long passing in it, so I would suggest going ahead and doing El Rondo, because you can then do this. You can pick your player, go over to passing, and actually select another passing drill. Perfect Delivery has long passing and crossing in it. The other training drill, El Rondo, has vision and short passing. That will help you out a lot. You have to pick these two things. The Perfect Delivery, you guys will see later on, it's quite a tough one, but El Rondo, this is not easy, man. You might think 3 against 1 is easy. Sometimes it's actually really tough. I actually got like a B with Alexis Blin, who is a 65 rated midfielder. He is then playing with 2 of his other teammates. Now you can take a look at the Perfect Delivery. It is tough. It really is tough, especially if you're playing with a high rated team and you have like really good center backs in there. It's tough to get the crosses past them because your player in the middle just has to get to it every single time for you to get a decent score. I personally failed at so many crosses in this drill, but it just shows you should not give up and you should just go ahead and do the crosses that it tells you to do, because whenever you start crossing it, you get points, and then whenever you put the ball into the net, you will also get some points at it. But even though I messed up so many times, in the end I managed to get a B. So that just shows you, guys, keep on doing it, keep on training, and in my opinion, if you do the training drills by yourself, you actually get better at the game. At the start of FIFA, I personally couldn't cross at all, but now I'm getting better after doing the Perfect Delivery. That is something you might want to try out. Now moving on to shooting. This is the last drill you can put on for a player within a week. This is the 5th drill, and it will improve your long shots, your shot power, and your volleys. I personally believe that this is the best drill to take for a center midfielder considering shooting, because you don't really need finishing. Your center midfielder most of the time is going to be taking shots from a very long range, just like James Milner does for me in my Liverpool career mode, or Henderson. These players will always be in a position where your wingers will be running down the wing and then they will stop, cut back, pass it into the middle, and then your center midfielder will be there to take the shot. So that is something I would definitely suggest. It also improves your volleys, which might be important for you if you want to go ahead and cross it in from the corner kick right into the middle to one of your center midfielders to take a long shot and score an amazing goal. But now let's take a look at the simulations. We are now going through the months. The first month was dedicated to Alexis Blin. I'm only simming it. I will show you guys how these players actually progress if you only sim it, and this way you'll be able to see if it's actually worth going ahead and doing the training by yourself. Within the first 3 drills, Alexis Blin actually moved up to a 66 rating, and then you will see what happens later on. He was obviously the lowest rated player, and that just basically means he will be affected by the training the most. He will go up by his stats the most. The training just helps him a lot. Now we are in the last week of the month that Alexis Blin had, and he's moving up to a 67 rating, so he got a +2 within just 1 month. Obviously the last training session was really good. He got 3 Bs and 1 A and 1 C. For Kovalenko, who was 70 rated, it obviously got a little bit tougher. For players who are above the rating of 70, it takes a little bit longer to grow. So for Kovalenko, you could expect a growth rate of a +1 or a max of +2 within 1 season if you do actually go ahead and do the training by yourself, because that is obviously the best way to improve your players. But the real question is, does everyone want to put the time into this and do the training and get an A or a B or at least a C every single time to keep like a normal and realistic growth going? And if you want to have players going up by like +6 or +7, I feel like that's still kind of realistic. So if you guys want to keep it that way, train many players within 1 week. Just don't go ahead and train one player all the time, because you will get it will get boring. You want to improve your whole squad. So I would suggest training at least 4 to 5 players every single season and trying to upgrade them. Obviously, training high rated players doesn't really work out as good as you would like to see it, because 65 rated players might go up by like +2 or even +3 within 1 month. But if you have a player like Bazur, he will probably just go up by +1. But if he has like his normal growth on him, he can go up by training by +1, and then he will go up by normal growth by +1 as well. So you will have a +2 end product at the end of the month. That's about it for today's training tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Smash that like button and let me know which position I should do next. There will be a straw poll in the description down below. Have a really good day and peace.